Hi fellow crafters, and welcome to my channel at Lisa Loves Crafting. This is just a quick recap video. I want to show you today the ease with which you can transform tinsel decorations from the Dollar Tree into plush, luxurious, soft, and such pretty decorations for your home and gifting. Here you see the Santa Claus face, which has started out as a tinsel decoration. Similarly here, we have two gingerbread men. You can see the before and after, and how cute and soft the finished product turns out. Here's a little snowman, again, a tinsel ornament that's been covered with yarn. The candy cane is so much fun and easy to do. I did a short tutorial yesterday showing how you just take the tinsel off, reveal the plastic frame, and then wrap it in this soft plush yarn from Yarn Bee. The decorations are easy to replace. You want to save them as you remove them from the original tinsel. Here we have a Christmas tree. This was one of the easiest yet. I decorated mine with buttons, and I filled the base of a glass with more buttons and small Christmas trees from Dollar Tree. You can see the buttons add a nice flare, and the candy cane as well is such a traditional Christmas decoration. Here we have the button tree again, and it looks pretty grouped together with little village houses or perhaps a saying, joy. Here's the cross. This was actually a wooden cross, quite plain from Dollar Tree, designed for crafting, which I just simply wrapped in the Yarn Bee ivory yarn. I decorated it with a dazzling pin. So I hope you enjoy seeing some of these. I'm going to show you now how we make the gingerbread man. So now let's begin with the gingerbread man. I bought this tinsel decoration. It's part of their Christmas house decor. I bought it at Dollar Tree for just $1.25. And as I mentioned, there are a lot of other designs that are really cute too. So we'll begin. The first thing I'd recommend is that you take a picture, because that will provide a good color reference guide. When you're reassembling it with yarn, you can see where the decorations and colors are placed. So we begin, after you've gotten your picture, we begin by just removing the tinsel that's on the plastic frame. Now occasionally it's hard to get off and you might need scissors, but generally it's very easy. Now you can see how here's one of the decorative details. You want to keep all of these pieces. You can take them off carefully from the tinsel after you've removed all of the tinsel. Sometimes it's a little tricky to get off. You might need your scissors, or you might need to clean the back side a little bit of tinsel, but they provide really nice accents and decorative details for your yarn. So we're going to go ahead and just take off all the tinsel. And you can see how it's just kind of a back and forth motion. Going across. I won't bore you with removing the whole thing. I'll come back once I've gotten it all cleared off. You see here though, just to point out, these are nice little decorative accents that you'll want to keep to reattach to your finished product. So to continue, I want to show you a little bit more closely exactly how I'm doing this. Just winding it around. Now, there's places where it's easier just to go ahead and make a cut, and then it'll come off more easily. It's kind of the tinsel's kind of on a wire here. So I'm just going back and forth. Now the yarn that we're going to use once we get it all clear is Yarn Bee. And I find that's a really nice quality plush yarn that I purchased from Hobby Lobby on sale for less than $5 for 28 yards of a very plush yarn. That's been my favorite so far. So we're going to go ahead and cut off this tag. but we'll leave the little hanging loop in the back. Okay, so I'll be back when I have him totally cleared off. So now to continue, he's all cleared off and I've cut the tag off, but I did leave the little hanging loop of ribbon. So the fun part begins. We're going to start in the back with a piece of the yarn. As I mentioned, this is Yarn Bee, and I did buy it at Hobby Lobby on sale for under $5 for 28 yards. I chose the color taupe to make the snowman because I thought it was the closest I could come to the gingerbread look. So I start around the back and then I just go around each set of teeth, keeping the tension even and keeping the lines straight. We'll go up this leg and you can see we finished the first portion of the leg. Now I'm going to continue going all the way across to get the body. So again, just wrapping securely around each set of teeth on each side. Now at this point, we can go ahead up through here, and we can go ahead and work on the arm. You can see that at a certain point, we're going to have to cut it off and then hot glue it to the back. But with these nice teeth, it's very infrequent that you have to get out your hot glue gun. So we're just going to keep wrapping around these teeth, and in a moment we'll have his arm done. Okay, so this is where we are at this point. I'm going to go ahead and cut off this little piece. I'm going to hot glue it to the back, and then you'll have at this point an arm, a portion of the body, and a leg done. We're just going to continue in this same way. Let me stop for a moment and go ahead and do the hot glue. Okay, so what I've done now, because I cut off that piece in the back, is I just hot glued it. And you can see that the back is just as smooth and even as is the front. Now we'll continue on by going to the next leg. And again, I like to start at the back and I bring it around through the teeth. And around, again, keeping it snug, keeping your rows even. We're going to bring it up just till we get a nice smooth fill in there. At this point, this is how it should look. Again, now I'm going to go ahead and cut off the back. And then I'm going to add just a little dab of hot glue. Little dab of hot glue there. Being careful not to burn yourself. I've done it enough times. And then just pulling it around, sort of pushing it in. We can get that to lay a little tighter, but there's the back side. And there you have the front so far. We'll continue next to do this arm, and then we're going to do the center section. We'll move up to do the face. And then, of course, the little hat is going to be done in red. As you can see, this one that I finished. So we'll continue. Just one more tip I'd like to share with you. I did cut a piece of yarn for the bottom of each foot. That way it covers up the plastic at the bottom. The hot glue gun works really well to make those kind of attachments. Ultimately, after you complete adding the yarn in all of the different sections, this will be what your finished gingerbread man will look like. You can see where I've reattached all the decorative items to give him his personality. And you can also personalize them. His little pom-pom needs to be fixed, but they're really fun to personalize. I used little chalkboard hearts that I purchased at Dollar Tree in a package of 3, and then I used a chalkboard marker and I wrote the name of my little grandson, and I used a couple of the little red decorative beads, instead of putting them straight down, I went ahead and decorated the heart. So there's a lot of ways to make these unique and personalized. I hope you enjoy the project. I also would love for you to subscribe to my channel at Lisa Loves Crafting. I'll be producing a lot more videos between now and Christmas, and I would love for you to join and be part of all of my tutorials and projects. Thank you again for joining me. It's been a pleasure. God bless and have a good evening.